students. So today we're going to be starting off for Unit 5. And I'm going to give a quick review of the Declaration of Independence. So this is where you should have stopped at in your course. So the Declaration of Independence was signed on July 4th, 1776. Now this is our breakup letter to Great Britain. So the 13 colonies right here on the East Coast, this is our Atlantic Ocean, alright, broke up with King George III, who was the leader of Great Britain in Europe, which is on the East Coast. Okay, so that is this. Now, the 13 colonies decided to break up with King George III over taxes. Okay? So, that was our main grievance. Okay? So, repeat. Grievance. A grievance is a problem or complaint. So, they had a grievance with King George III over taxes, and our slogan for the American Revolution is no taxation without representation. So the colonists did not have any representation in the British government, which is called Parliament. Alright, so I'm going to put our slogan, no taxation without representation. So, in this document, the Declaration of Independence, and a document is a paper, a piece of paper. Alright, so in this document, the colonists wrote their grievances, complaints, to King George III. Now, they didn't want to break apart from Great Britain because they were British citizens, just not in Europe. So, they didn't want to break away with King George III. But since he did not bow to their concerns over taxes and no representation in Parliament, they decided to write the Declaration of Independence, listing their issues with King George and Great Britain, and formally declaring themselves the United States of America. So, once they have formed the United States of America, these 13 colonies now become 13 states at the end of the American Revolution. So, now we're going to pick up from the Articles of Confederation. Now, you're going to have this reading in your online. Now, mine is highlighted for you with all of the important information that you need. So, this strategy is called annotating. Okay, because I have annotated in blue, you can see vocabulary and the important information that you will have to use in your doodle notes or in your journal. Articles of Confederation, abbreviated AOC, equals the new government of the United States. So, that's our new government. This is our first government because we have officially from 13 colonies to 13 states. So, tres colonias to tres estados. Okay? So, here we go. The Articles of Confederation was an agreement between, colonies to break away and form their own government. So 9 out of 13 states had to approve this document. So I'm going to read the first paragraph, and I'm going to show you the important vocabulary and information that you should have. Alright, so as you can see on my paper, I numbered my paragraphs, so you should have a total of 8 paragraphs. A day after writing the Declaration of Independence, I annotated breakup letter to Great Britain, the Second Continental Congress. So I highlighted Second Continental Congress. So these are elected leaders from the colonies. So elected means that the people and the community at large voted for these men to be in power. Alright? Went to work creating a government to lead the country they were fighting to build. While the Committee of Five was drafting the Declaration of Independence, another committee was designing the new plan of government, the Articles of Confederation. Alright, was the first, primero, government of the United States. That's very important for later on once we get into Unit 6 and 7. This treaty between the 13 colonies was designed to keep power in the hands of the local state government. So a treaty, I have that word highlighted, means an agreement. State kept its own government and authority. Authority means power. The Articles was designed to keep a central government weak. So that's important. So I highlighted that. If an idea was proposed that would affect the country, 9 of the 13 states had to agree before it could become a law. So that's our fraction, 9 out of 13. Scared by their experience with Great Britain, the Founding Fathers wanted to prevent a central government from taking away power and autonomy, freedom from the states. Okay, so Articles is our first government in the United States. So 9 out of 13 states had to approve this document, which is a paper. Alright, so according to the Articles of Confederation, the United States government could. So it was 4 things the Articles were able to do. And that's what we have in our box. So they could declare war, make an alliance, work with Native Americans, and raise money by selling land in the West. So remember, we started right here on the East Coast. So we're going to be slowly moving towards the West Coast. Now, a little review. This land we won during the French and Indian War. Alright, so this is the land that we're going to be moving towards. Okay, so that was the things that you could do in the Articles. I'm going to say that again. Declare war, make an alliance, work with Native Americans, and raise money by selling land in the West. Now we're going to talk about what you could not do. So you could not, raise money by selling taxes, by raising taxes, Okay, pass laws dealing with trade between states or countries, the trade laws. And number 3, what you could not do is draft or force soldiers into the military. So these were the things you could not do in the Articles. So, which means, so this is our cause on the left, this is our effect on the right. So, this is what we couldn't do. So what's the effect of that? So that means we could not pay our debt from the American Revolution, get 9 of our 13 states to agree, or defend the new country, because we didn't have any soldiers in the military. Okay? Also, the Articles, which is our government, did not have a national court system or a president. Alright, so I have a question I want to pose. Why do you think they did not have a court system or a president? Think about that, and we'll have an answer or a discussion post for you in the chat. Alright, so what did that mean? So our effect means that there was no leader to make sure that laws were being followed, and a national court was needed to solve problems between the states. So this is our new government. The Articles of Confederation was the first government in the United States, and 9 of the 13 states had to agree before they could make any changes. And we talked about the things that it could not do and the things that it could do. So in our next video, we're going to talk about the repercussions or the problems that this weak document had on our newly formed United States of America. All right? See you guys later.